Good morning everyone. Today we will be studying about pronouns and our subtopic will be personal pronoun. Now what is pronoun? Pronoun is used to avoid the repetition of a noun, or simply we can say that pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun, or it is used to avoid the repetition of a noun. For example, if I say Ali is a boy, Ali is a noun now, okay, it is a noun and I am using again and again Ali, the word Ali, the noun. Ali is a boy, Ali reads in class 8, Ali is a hard working boy, Ali has 2 brothers. So I am using again and again the same name in every sentence, in each sentence, and it is a noun and it seems too awkward that I am again and again using the same name regarding to Ali. So in order to avoid the repetition, I put he or use he instead of the name. I use first Ali. Ali is a boy, he reads in class 8, he is a hard-working boy, he has 2 brothers. So I replace Ali with the pronoun he. It is used to avoid the repetition of a noun. And we are having a lot of pronouns that we use instead of a noun to avoid the repetition of a noun. These are he, she, it, her, they, their, etc. Okay. Now, we are having 7 kinds of pronoun, but we will study today only personal pronoun. Now, what is personal pronoun? As the name itself shows, what does it mean? It relates to ourselves, to the persons. To the personal pronoun means it is used instead of a person's name. The name shows personal. What does it mean? It is used instead of a person's name. Now, we are having 3 persons in personal pronoun. First person, second person, third person. We are having 7 kinds of pronoun. Today we are talking about personal pronoun and we are having 3 persons in personal pronoun. First person, second person, third person. Now what is first person? First person refers to our opinions, our ideas, our aims, our belongings. When we are talking about ourselves, we use first person. When we are talking about ourselves, we use first person, our ideas, our aims, our opinions, our belongings, our family. We use first person and those pronouns are I, we, us, our. We use these pronouns in first person. When we are talking about ourselves, we use I, me, my, our, ourself, etc. Now, what is second person? When we are addressing our messages, our ideas, our emotions, our feelings to the other person, when we are having any conversation with the other person, we use you. We use you for a second person. When 2 persons are having the conversation or they are sharing their ideas with their self, one will be the first person and the second will be the second person. One will be talking about his own ideas, his opinions, so he will be using I, we, us, and the second person, the one who is talking to the second, he will use you for that second person. To the one to whom we address or convey our messages, our ideas, or address our messages, that is the second person. We use you, your, yourself, etc. for the second person. And what is third person? Third person is a person about which we are talking, which the 2 persons talking and he is not present at that moment being talked about. It is a person or people being talk about. And we use what pronouns for the third person? Him, his, etc. It, their, etc. Okay. Now what is first person? When we are talking about our personal opinions, our ideas, our own ideas, our family, our belongings, we use I, me, my, us, etc. And for the second person we use you. Two are talking, two are having conversation. One is the first person, he is sharing his ideas using I, me, us, we, etc. And the first one is using you for the second person because he is addressing his messages to the second one. So he is using you for that person, and these two are having conversation about the third person that is not present at that time. So we use him, his, her, etc. for that third person. Now these three persons has been divided into three cases: nominative case, possessive case, objective case. These three persons has been divided into three cases: nominative case, possessive case, objective case. What is nominative case? It is the action of a verb or those pronouns that perform an action in a sentence, or those pronouns that act as a subject in a sentence. Those pronouns that act as a subject in a sentence is known as nominative case. For example, I am eating. Here the pronoun I is acting like a subject. When the pronouns act like a subject, it is known as nominative case. Okay. Now in nominative case, pronouns acts like a subject. It is known as nominative case. It performs the action. So it is known as nominative case. Possessive case. What is possessive case? The name shows what does it mean. It shows the possession regarding to the one's belonging, to the one's family, to the loved one, etc. When someone shows his ownership to his belongings or to his family member or to anyone, when the one who is showing his ownership or a sense of belonging towards his things, his ideas, his family, his beloved one, etc. Possessive means to show the possession about his family, his belongings, his things, his opinions, etc. For example, if I say this is my bag, so I am showing my possession towards my bag, that it's mine. If I use my, mine, or that is his bag, or that is his pencil, so this is showing the possession, the ownership of that person, that pen belongs to that person or that boy. And if I say this is mine, so it is showing possession of myself, that I am having this bag, so it's mine. Okay, when we show possession to our things, our ideas, we use it is possessive case. When I say that it is his pen, it is his marker, so here his is showing the possession or the belonging, that this pencil or this marker belongs to him. Now the third case, objective case. When in nominative case the pronoun acts like a subject, perform action, and that action is received by the object. So it means it is objective case. When the action is performed in a sentence and that action is received by the object, it is known as objective case. For example, Ali abuses him. Now here Ali is performing the action. This is acting like a subject. Ali is acting like a subject or act like a subject. So it is nominative case, and who is receiving this action? The action of Ali? Him. To whom he is abusing, he is receiving the action of Ali. So this receiver is known as objective case. Ali is the performer. He performs his action, and this action is received by him. Ali is acting like a subject or performing an action. So it is nominative case of personal pronoun, and the action that he is performing is received by him. So there him is objective case. What is nominative case? When the pronouns act like a subject or perform an action in a sentence, it means it is a nominative case. If I say I am working, so here I is again acting like a subject or acts like a subject. I am performing a function or action that I am working. I is a subject. So I am working. Possessive means to show the ownership related to our things, our ideas, or our emotions, our feelings, etc. To show the love or care towards our belongings, our things, etc. So we use my, mine, us, his, her, and in objective case, when the subject perform an action in a sentence and that action is received by an object, is known as objective case. As I give you example, Ali abuses him. So Ali is performing an action. The performance is known as nominative case, as Ali is performing or acting like a subject. So it is a nominative case and his action is received by him. So him is objective case. The one who receives the action from the subject or nominative case is known as the objective case. Again, I will revise the topic. Pronoun. What is pronoun? To avoid the repetition of a noun, or it is used to use instead of a noun. For example, Ali is a boy. Ali reads in class 8. Ali is a hard-working boy. Ali has 2 brothers. So I replace Ali with he. I use the pronoun he in order to avoid the repetition of Ali again and again. We are having a lot of pronouns that we use instead of a noun: he, she, it, her, they, their, etc. We use pronouns instead of the repetition of a noun, instead of the repetition of the names of a person's things, etc. And we are having 7 kinds of pronoun. But today we will study about personal pronoun. Personal shows that it is used instead of a person's name. Though these pronouns are used instead of a person's name, and this person pronoun is divided into 3 persons: first person, second person, third person. First person refers to our own ideas, our aims, our opinions, our belongings, or our performance that we do by ourselves. That is known as first person, and we use in first person the pronouns I, me, mine, us, our, ours, we, etc. And the first person, when the first person is talking with the other person, that person becomes the second person. The first person use you for that person to whom he is addressing his messages, his ideas, his opinions. So it is the second person, and the first person use you for that second person because he is sharing his own ideas with the second person using you, yourself, yours, etc. And these 2 persons, when they are talking about a person who is not present at that time, is known as the third person. Being talk about a person or people is known as third person. When the 2 persons are talking about any other person or a third person that is not available at that time is known as third person. We use him, his, its, themselves, etc. for the third person. And these 3 persons have been divided into 3 cases: nominative case, possessive case, objective case. Nominative case. In nominative case, the pronouns act like a subject in a sentence. It performs an action. So it is known as nominative case when the pronouns act like a subject in a sentence and performs an action. So it is known as nominative case. As I said, I am eating, I am working, I am studying, or he is writing. So he, I is subject performing or acting like a subject. So it is objective case. He is performing an action. And possessive case, to show the ownership, or it is a sense of belonging, to show the ownership regarding our things, our ideas, our opinions. For suppose if I say this is my bag, I am showing the possession towards my bag, that it's mine. We use mine, mine, ours and his. As if for example I give an example of the his, that is his pen. So it is showing the possession of him, that this pen belongs to him. And the objective case, it means that the pronouns that perform or act like a subject in a sentence, that perform an action, and that action is received by the object. The action received by the object is known as objective case. As I give you the example, Ali abuses him, or they hated us. They hated us, so they are performing the action, and that action is received by us, that we are suffering from their hate. So it means that is objective case. Ali is performing an action, it is nominative case, and his action that he is abusing is received by him. So it is objective case. The one who receives the action is known as objective case, and the one who performs an action or acts like a subject in a sentence is nominative case, and the one who receives the action is objective case. And possessive is simply the ownership or a sense of belonging towards our ideas or one's opinions, one's family, one's belonging, etc.